Okay. Here we are. This is the first time well, greetings. I am Amy and I've kept my word. I'll check out a few other things. I started with the music club. Actually, I still want to quickly change my name. Extras? Change name. And for this one, I guess I'll go with Marks. We'll go with a K. And let's go to the music club. You know what? I think I'd like to check out the music club after all. Few can resist the sweet song of song. The sweet song of song. Coming up with lines like that on the spot isn't my forte. I'm sure you can relate. He's not wrong. Having thoroughly fumbled his sweet nothings, Kosei rises from his seat and beckons me to follow. It takes some time to make our way to the parent side of the music club. We even had to travel outside, though we kept dry by staying under the walkways. This place sure is big for a high school. The chattering throngs of students slowly thinned as well, which made sense to me once I considered that most people wouldn't be at their club during lunch. People are still in the hallway. Except, as we continued on, I began to hear the sound of a piano echoing down the halls. Kosei, does your club meet during lunch? Oh, that's probably Monika. So Monika does exist. Of course she exists. She does have to lead the lunch club. Monika? Very foreign-sounding name. A girl that pours all she has into what currently interests her. Honestly, at this rate, she's going to burn out, just like with the debate club. There's a twinge of parental disapproval in his voice. Kosei and this Monika must have a history together. So it's not normal for club members to practice during lunch. Nope. I don't even do that, and I'm planning on making a career out of music. For the remainder of the walk, there are no more sounds in the air except the rain beating against the roof and the lone refrain of an artist's single-minded dedication. So is Monika actually not part of the literature club then, maybe? Then we arrived at the door to the music club. Whoa. This place is pretty decked out. Amidst all the sound equipment, brightly colored mats, desks, and chairs, a large stately-looking piano stands in the corner of the room, though the piano's elegance is matched only by the person sitting at it. Kosei, what are you thinking? Dragging such a cute junior into my parlor? It could get eaten alive in here. Don't let Monika intimidate you. She just enjoys winding people up. Don't take it personally, little mouse. Despite her flippant mannerisms, Monika is a real stickler when it comes to this sheet music. The notes are... How did you put it? The notes are where they are for a reason. The composer's feelings are already written into the sheet. It's not your place to interpret or project your own feelings onto them. How would you like it if you set your toast to brown for 2 minutes, but the toaster just decides on its own to instead char it for 3 minutes? But I'm not a toaster. Yes, you're a human being with feelings and a beating heart and all that sentimental nonsense. Sentimental nonsense? Monika, that song you're practicing, I seem to recall you saying you wrote it for someone in particular. And every day I regret telling you that. Word of advice, my up-and-coming star musician, never open up to the sky. He'll always find a way to throw it in your face somewhere down the line. Ah, seems Monika's got some of her wires crossed. Sorry, I'm not actually here to join the music club. Oh, then you're just here to see me? I can immediately feel the heat rush to my face. No, I didn't even... No need to deny it. Seems everyone develops a crush on Monica at some point. Everyone except you, Kosei. But you, my new junior friend, I expect you'll be a lot of fun. I... As much as I'd enjoy watching you two have fun, lunch break is almost over. Oh, sure you don't want to play hooky with me, little mouse? I could teach you more than any of those crusty old lectures. These two are going to shorten my lifespan. The three of us walked together down the halls, making our way back to the evening classrooms. So, if you aren't planning on joining the music club, what club are you planning on joining? I'm sure I already know this, but you need to sign up for at least one before 2 weeks pass. Wait, so there are the possibilities of joining multiple clubs, huh? So maybe Monika is still in the literature club, but also in the music club. Are we really going to pressure him on his first day, Monika? Mark's a big boy. He doesn't need you jumping on his defense. You're about to show that club you started, aren't you? Shush! So, Mark, if you're looking for a club to join, why not stop by the literature club? There's a literature club? Piqued your interest, have I? Started last semester. We only have 4 members as of today, but we're a tight-knit bunch and the atmosphere is super relaxed. 4 members? Don't you need 5 in order to be officially recognized as a club? Yeah, so I've seen it in other games that it wasn't like 4 members like it is in the actual game. But, although I have seen a few where it was also 4, but in a lot of others it's also 5. Monika. If you're not interested, that's totally fine. I just thought you might fit in, because you kind of remind me of one of our current members. Come to think of it, he did mention writing and reading to be hobbies of his. Oh? Kosei's telling the truth. I really do love reading. And writing. That's wonderful, Mark. Have you ever published any of your work? No! I could never in my life. Not a very confident writer, then. But I think I would like to visit your literature club. Forcing those words out was an act of sheer will, and I'm fairly certain my face resembles a tomato at the moment. And the widow's web snare is another. That's fantastic news! I really do think you're going to love it there. So I guess I'll check out the literature club early this time. Here, hand me your phone. Huh? Oh, sure. I fished my phone out of my pocket and entered the passcode to unlock it before relinquishing it to Monika's expectant hand. She takes it and begins tapping away at the screen while an amused smile forms on her face. Should really upgrade my cute new friend. This model's 3 generations behind and security updates aren't gonna support it forever. I have nothing to say in response, only looking to the floor while fidgeting with my hands. There! My pretty face is now in your contacts list. I took the liberty of adding Kosei's number as well. What? What? Did you not want him to have your number? I did. Satisfied at having successfully flustered Kosei, if only for but a moment, Monika returns my phone. Hello, Monika. Hello. That's Monika's number. Let's check on Kosei next. Hello, Kosei. If no one answers the phone, Die Louder by Lucy. Who's Lucy? The rest of the walk to our respective classes was filled with idle chatter, with me struggling to keep up, both physically and verbally. Monika's the first to split off. After saying our goodbyes, Kosei leans in and speaks quietly. I know I like to give Monika a hard time, but she's generally on the up and up. If you do decide to stop by her club, know that you'll be in good hands. Kosei and I part ways. He offers a polite wave and I reciprocate, continuing until he disappears into a classroom further down the hall. The literature club. My heart races thinking about it. Is that a place I'd really fit into? My face is burning up. I put my hands up to my face, trying to will the redness away before I enter my next class. First among my evening classes is science. Okay. I wait until it's done so I can skip. It's only my first day and I'm already on the contact list of 3 different people. I never would have imagined. Oh, fuck! Wait, I pass... Oh. I can't believe I forgot to tell you this, but the next literature club meeting is this Friday. Friday? Is this a once per week meeting? No, actually, we're supposed to meet every day, but me and the VP need to take care of some administrative nonsense first. I am currently here. I'll save the spot. Let's think her. Thank you for letting me know, Monika. Oh, I forgot it. No problem. See you Friday then. I think it wouldn't have skipped because I pressed the SCRG so I can skip. I don't think it would have continued skipping, but I think someone else would usually text her too. Was it Kosei? Or was it Kazori again? Against the odds, I'm actually looking forward to Friday. Can I... But also Kosei, Kazori, and of course Monika. The 3 completely different people, and yet they have been nothing but welcoming and nice to me. Maybe if I apply myself and put myself out there, maybe such a thing wouldn't be so terrifying after all. I've already been invited to a club. A literature club too. Something I'd actually be interested in. Not to mention the invitation was extended by a stunningly beautiful girl. I mentally slapped myself. Get your shit together, Mark. There's no way she'd ever actually be interested in you. You're going to visit that club to meet like-minded folks, not to indulge your hormones. Besides, I'm already tremendously fortunate just to have made some acquaintances. Asking for anything more than that is just greedy. Must have happened while I was at school, so... Something cracked the absolute fuck out of that window. Must have happened while I was at school, so unsurprising given the weather, I guess, but... The window's... Right, the window's already cracked, or is it because I loaded? Did you remember that? Is this like symbolism for something? However, as I start to drift off... I checked the bed by my vibrating phone, Kosei. Hope Monika hasn't been bothering you too much. Not at all. Are you considering joining the literature club? I want to pay a visit before I can commit to anything. Apparently the next meeting is on Friday. Oh, how exciting. Ooh, how exciting. She really is quite passionate about literature. Then again, she was passionate about the debate club too. What happened with the debate club? There isn't much to tell. She got fed up with the club's politics and moved on to the next thing that caught her fancy. I see. And has she given you her blessing in sharing all this personal info? Absolutely not, winky face. Maybe Monika was onto something when she told me not to open up to you. That's not fair, Mark. Especially when I'm trying to set you up with her. You're what? Maybe I should see if I do go this first and then go the Kazori part. Whoops, something just came up. Talk to you later. This cheeky motherfucker. Kinda wanna see that literature club. So what that literature club's all about though. It feels nice to have something to look forward to. fine. I'll hold off on dying for now, okay. I'm guessing... Okay, we'll have different shower thoughts. Guess I'll share a little bit of my current shower thoughts as well. Shower thoughts I had today, part 2, because I recorded the other part where I also had shared some shower thoughts. Guess I can do that again tomorrow, or I'll check out what random thoughts I had recently as in general if I get to the next day already due to the skipping. Although there should be quite a few scenes that are going to be different. Shower thoughts. I had something in mind earlier. Right. Actually, this would have fitted. I'll see if it goes for the next day. Because the next day was actually kind of related to what I thought about today. Every day my entire life I felt the same routine. I wake up, I shower and brush my teeth, I dress up for school, I attend my classes, I spend lunch alone, and when classes are over I go straight home. But yesterday, I spent lunch with somebody. Not just somebody, but one of the most popular guys of my class. And then, I spent the rest of lunchtime with both of him and a stunningly talented and beautiful girl. That girl invites me to join a club that meets after school. A literature club. Is the long dream coming to an end? Am I finally being shaken awake by hands that can touch me, guided by eyes that can see me? Is Sarabatu High, the literature club, a place where I exist? Can you see me? Can you feel me? Can you smell me? Can you taste me? Can you hear me? It just stopped working. I wonder if this is intentional. Let's see if it's intentional. I hope it didn't mess up with the recording. Nah, we can deal with this later. Her poem's titled Rain. Let's thank her and let's just skip. It doesn't seem to remember that I've been through this before. Hole in wall. Let's see if this keeps happening, because then I'm assuming it's intended to be happening and we're not supposed to be to see this, or if something genuinely broke. God, it's quite difficult to skip. Well, I shouldn't get ahead of myself. I don't even know if I'll even get along with the other members of this literature club. And maybe the rest of them don't even want a new member. So that was intentional. Is Monika self-aware? Is this just an Easter egg, or is this intended to be self-aware to a certain extent? Now I need to make sure my recording works properly. Go to window real quick. Yeah, seems to be going fine. Oh god, when this keeps happening with Monika, then skipping is going to be a hell lot of shit. Let's do the smile. And let's leave. Show like a million bucks right now. Let's go. And then there's just a flashing notification icon at the top of the screen. Oh! Monika messaged me. This must have been while I was in the shower. I guess I won't go with Kazori yet because it seems like our full attention is now with Monika. It seems like now she's the only one texting us. Rise and shine, my new literature club member. You're a morning person, I take it? Everyone's a morning person. It's just a matter of having a structured routine. Is it now? Funny, I have a structured routine and I still feel like death every morning. I'll take your word for it. Also, I never said I'd be joining your literature club. I know you didn't, but I also know you will. I know quite a lot of things. One might even say everything. Is she self-aware? Sounds like you're a good person to have in my corner, then. Indeed I am. Pleasantries aside, there is actually a reason I contacted you. You and me meet in the music club room at lunch. What do you say? Sorry, I thought I said I don't play an instrument. That's not what this is about. I just want to get to know you. Also, I know what you're thinking, and it's wrong. This isn't about the literature club or the music club or my reputation. What interests me is you. If that sounds enticing, all you need to do is say yes. With a winky face. Monika wants to spend lunch with me today. I guess I'll go with Monika for now. If I skip a lot, I might notice something anyway. I'd love to meet you at lunch, Monika. Oh, you won't regret it. I'll even play a new song just for you. Fuck's sake, stop thinking with your dick, Mark. She's not flirting with you. Maybe she is. Was this one time where we kind of didn't remember the crack in the window because this is an event that always happens but at different times? Is this related to how close we are with the literature club? The last time it was right before Friday when Natsuki wanted us to join the literature club and offered it. Now we've been offered and there's this hole already there. You know what? I'll get an early start. Again, maybe I should... Let's see if maybe we get like... If we get like a... If this is related to like literature stuff. I'm no Monika. I don't have the temperament for debate, not in a million years. Maybe we will actually make something else? That'd be cool with me, but that's over 2 hours of baking and prep time. If we'd started right at the beginning of class, we might have had time. But we didn't. I want to make... I need some... Pfft, wipe that stupid grin off your face. You're not that funny. So she admits that at least... I'm at least a little funny. Taiyaki. As much as I like to give that a try, you don't technically bake those. Ah, she's right. You just fry them with a specially shaped pan similar to waffle iron. So I'm assuming mochas was roll cake? That's just boiled, not baked. Come on, keep up. Admittedly, before now I had no idea how dango or mochi in general was actually made. I guess we'll just go with the cupcakes. Let's just stop torturing her. Whoa, imagine that. Kazori's in this class as well. She offers me a friendly wave. I politely wave back in response. Well, we wanted to meet with Monika. Time to pay another visit to the music club. Monika's waiting for me. The halls are crowded, and the stirring throng of human activity echoes off of the walls and ceiling, a suffocating hotbox of noise and pollution. At times, the density of the crowd is such that in order to advance, I must brush past or squeeze in between the bodies of other students. But thankfully, the crowd thins the further away I get from the cafeteria. I stop, take a deep breath, and continue onward. Oh, right! I could also look what would happen if I don't go spend time with... I forgot his name again. No, I'll leave that up for others. The only sounds now are the clop of my uniform's shoes against tiled floors, which reverberates and echoes with every stride I take. Hello? This is the sound I was waiting for, although that appears to be an entirely different song than what she was playing on Monday. Interesting. I was under the impression she had been working tirelessly on a single song, but she practices this much on many different songs. That's some serious dedication. I wonder if she plans on going pro? Finally, I find myself at the door to the music club room. The girl at the piano either doesn't notice me or pays me no heed whatsoever. I stand at the doorway, still holding the door slightly ajar, half my body behind it so as to secure an expeditious retreat should the need present itself. But the piano girl didn't answer. She just kept playing. I watch, almost transfixed, as her slender fingers move above the keys like a kestrel on the hunt before diving with equal parts grace and ferocity. It's true, there's something fearsome about the way she plays, with measured accuracy and mechanical precision that nonetheless belies a soul like wildfire. I'm just now realizing that what Monika meant by playing accurately to the score, she conveys perfectly the loss, uncertainty, and subdued anger of the piece she plays. Well, I have no further Yuri images, so I'll just keep Monika here. If the composer's feelings are written to this sheet music, then who is anyone to gainsay? But I cannot help but feel her own emotions in the song regardless. Does it simply reflect her own state of mind perfectly? Or is this her own touch with her own interpretation? What if Monika too is a highly emotional? There's no need to stand on ceremony. Come on in. She knew I was here the whole time, didn't she? I gently closed the door behind me for fear that any noise could throw off her groove, but the groove continues unabated. I'm glad you decided to show up. Practice is good and all, but it gets lonely playing with only the walls and the rain to listen. So thank you. Thank you for volunteering to be my captive audience. Leaving me with this quip, Monika's eyes once again shut as she loses herself in the song her fingers sing. Her talent is undeniable, but only tireless practice could have gotten her to this point. If my presence helps her pursue her dreams in whatever small, insignificant way, then I suppose I owe it to her to be there for her. She's the one who reached out to me, after all. She's the one putting in all this effort to be my friend for good God knows what reason. It's not like I'm any fun to be around. Maybe she just likes taking in stray cats. She invited me to her literature club. Both Monika and Kosei have tried so hard to make me feel included, and all I've ever done is, what do you think of this song? I think we've been speaking about how this is like reflects like her emotions, and it's like we've been talking a lot about how we like also kind of feel her emotions in it. So I think we think the song is nice. I like it a lot. It's very slow paced, but the aggression in which you hit the keys makes every single note hit hard, especially given the mellow backing. It feels oppressive and a little suffocating, if I'm being honest, which isn't a bad thing, because I think that's the sort of feeling you want to convey. Wow, are you actually another musician, Mark? You understand perfectly the atmosphere this piece puts into sound. Do I need to be a musician to articulate how a song makes me feel? I suppose not. Still, trying to understand it at all is more effort than most can be bothered with. Monika's voice returns to silence, letting the music speak for her. If my assessment of this piece is correct, the tightness in my chest and the looming anxiety inspires. Is that how Monika feels? It's difficult to believe someone like her, who seems so composed, pun intended, and self-assured, could be feeling the way this song makes me feel. But you never know what's going on inside. Mark, are you familiar with the concept of network packets? I am not. Doesn't ring a bell, sorry. That's fine. Let's see. You've heard the term information highway before, right? It's an apt metaphor because network packets function in the same fashion. You know what? I need to quickly take care of my budgies, but I don't want to interrupt the song, so just enjoy it for a bit. I'm back in a moment. Have returned. Let's see. I'll repeat this line. That's fine. Let's see. You've heard the term informational highway before, right? It's an apt metaphor because network packets function in the same fashion. Imagine the internet is a huge network of highways consisting of all the interchanges, expressways, junctions, bypass routes, and multiple lanes inside all of these. If a major urban center like Tokyo were to have only one road leading inside, what would happen? There would be a huge line of cars congesting this one road. Nobody would ever make it to work on time. Precisely. Your computer is Tokyo. The internet is all the highways leading to Tokyo, and the packets are all the little salarymen in their cars with briefcases full of data you are downloading. This would feel patronizing if the analogy wasn't genuinely helpful. That goes for any data you download too. Pirated movies, streaming music, websites. These are all data you download via hundreds of thousands of little packets. Why did you bring this up? I suppose it has to do with a hobby of mine I picked up recently. A hobby? What Kosei said is correct. Monika's quite fickle when it comes to hobbies. I know, it's not what you'd expect, right? The hair-headed popular girl on the piano having an interest in computers. I don't think you're hair-headed at all, Monika. I think it's wonderful that you have such a variety of interests. Really, it seems to me like you could do just about anything if you put your mind to it. Anything isn't quite accurate, I think. After all, what I want most is still out of reach. And what is that? Sorry, Mark. I didn't mean for things to get so serious. Is she still self-aware and she still is aware? And it's still out of reach for her? Like, the player is still out of reach? Do you just have this effect on people? Making them spill their hearts out when they hardly even know you? Sorry. I wasn't trying to get you to... Are you sure? You play the meek little mouse convincingly, but I know a fellow rumor monger when I see him. I'm not. Her disarming smile makes it impossible to determine how serious she is being, so my body resorts to the usual response of averting my face and letting redness creep up it. You're too much fun to tease, Mark. I'm still at Max. Still, even as she plays me like a predatory cat, I still get the feeling that this whole bit was a little forced. Well, that ends our little lunchtime rendezvous. Do this again sometime? Yeah, sure. You know where to find me every lunch period, unless you prefer to meet after school. Though my face reddens further, I'd be lying if I said I didn't consider it. Maybe I'd take you up on that at some point. She smiles sweetly, apparently approving of my answer. Mon and I walk down the halls to our respective classes. An occasional glance is thrown in our direction, no doubt in disbelief that the class star is being seen with someone like me. Before long, our paths separate as she heads to the upperclassmen wings. Monika flashes me one more warm smile before she disappears down the halls. If she really wants to spend time with someone like me, I guess I should just stop thinking so much about it. Let's walk with him anyway. Swing by again tomorrow, or whenever you feel like it. I'll probably be playing something you've never heard before. I'd love to hear your critique on it. Sounds like fun. I certainly think so. I'll be in the music room either way. There's also some literature club related business I'd like to discuss with you in person. So you have that to look forward to? How ominous. I hope this isn't placing too much pressure on you. But I might have invited someone else to join us as well. Don't worry though, you get along very well with her. Is it... Who is it then? If you really want to know, there's only one place to find out. Dangle, dangle goes the carrot. With this hop, I'll get it for sure. But before long, I know it's time for this little game of pretend to be over. But rather than turn my heel and go back the way I came, I decide instead to take the scenic route. Well, as scenic as the quiet, isolated back streets of the suburbs get anyway. So... we're not going to any cafe this time. It's a totally different vibe in the back streets, but one I nonetheless still appreciate. It offers a peaceful serenity that is diametrically opposed to the energetic bustle of downtown Sorobato. The quietude of nature without all the nasty dirt and bugs. Only... something disturbs that quiet. A baleful cries of a kitten's voice resonate down the isolated alley streets, barely perceptible above the beating rainfall. But I can hear it. I can hear, little kitty, and the mournful dagger of your desperate loneliness. Where's your mama, little cat? Swept away in the raging candle streams? Or perhaps you were simply born unwanted, left to fend for yourself. As I continue forward, running through all the different scenarios in my head, I happen across a cardboard box situated snugly against the sidewalk. At a glance, it would seem this box, too, had seen better days. I bet it'd be nothing more than saturated mush by day's end. So, that's the story then. An unplanned pregnancy and a discarded litter. There's little I can do to help the poor animal's situation at this point. I doubt it'll see another sunrise. Still, I approach the box, if only to sear the kitten into my memory. Let it be known by at least one, while yet it still lives. Hey, kitty. So I have to meet like this. What? It's already dead. Then, what the hell was I hearing? Only I realize I'm not hearing it anymore. The lonely cat's cries are gone, as though the mere act of perceiving its corpse silenced them. It's just a coincidence, right? It was some other cat I was hearing, right? I gulp and continue making my way back to my current address at a more hurried pace, trying to push this inexplicable encounter out of my mind. There are thousands different more plausible explanations. An alleyway haunted by a dead cat happens to be the most ridiculous one. Still, the colder around me feels the slightest bit colder, even as I find myself back on familiar streets. No point overthinking things, I guess. Maybe it was like the cat still somewhat... still... I instead simply let out a quiet exhale and listen to the pitter-patter of rain as it welcomes me in response. I don't suppose the rain made me dinner, did it? I guess we can do the Forsaken Prince. I really need to pick this game back up again. It's been ages and it's one of those RPGs that are like tens of hours long. I just hope I can remember what I was doing. Right. This goddamn boss fight. Lord Trapture. His gimmick is that at the start of every round he gets a free turn to summon one of his skullduggery minions. It gets out of hand very quickly if you don't keep them suppressed. But the problem is, AoE spells, besides being expensive as hell, aren't always reliable since the skullduggeries have an attack where they spend a turn underground, thus negating any offense they might be targeted with, not even to mention the obnoxious MP draining spell Trapture himself employs. That's also something you need to stay on top of, because once he reaches full MP, he unleashes a spell called Baleful Wail, which does intense damage to the entire party and inflicts fear. And that's a party wipe again. I tried focusing this Skullduggeries, but without Lucian raining Trapture's MP, used Baleful Wail. And it all fell apart from there, although I actually noticed something. When Trapture uses Baleful Wail, it hits the Skullduggeries in addition to my party. What if I slotted my whole party with equipment that prevents fear, allowed Trapture to unleash Baleful Wail, thus wiping out his own minions? And meanwhile, I use my turns stacking buffs and taking defensive actions until Trapture is alone again, then burst him down all at once. Oh, fuck you! You did not just get handed that crit! Gotcha! Gotcha, you son of a bitch! Yeah! How about a couple of clumsy shadowboxing punches as Lord Trapture crumbles to the floor and the victory theme rings out. I look to my right at the empty plate sitting at the floor with nothing but crumbs. Oh. More shower thoughts. I guess we're not thinking this time about high school being the youth of youth, I almost just said. Like the happiest years of your life or something like that it was. I wanted to save him because I thought of it recently, which is I keep hearing about it, like, from a lot of people, like, school are the years, are still the best years, you have, like, this structure, and you see your friends at school every day, which is not like that in the future anymore. And, like, and you have more free time and all that. Frankly, the free time now feels much more rewarding as for. I prefer having more autonomy over what used to be back then, because I feel like this structure is what kind of also helped me get into this perfectionism I kind of have. And it's really bothering me. Alongside that, I feel like the argument with the friends really is, to me, kind of it does or doesn't really apply to me, because most of my friends weren't at my school. They were like, I had like one close friend, like one friend who I consider one of my best friends, and one, well, just friend, I'd put it. We spent time sometimes. We had a few nice interactions, but I don't think we're extremely close to one another. But the majority of my friends, my largest friend group, wasn't at my school to begin with. Like, the friends I met at the support group, we didn't really meet at all at my school, really. So actually, we hardly met at all, because due to us not being able to spend close time to one another, like I had my school and the others had their school or their work already, even though some of them were younger than me, but like I went to like a school where you could do like up to class 12, and they did where you go to like class 10 only. And like nowadays, I can now structure like this autonomy I now have. I generally always have had a problem with like autonomy and stuff. And now where I kind of have this autonomy, I can kind of make more of my decisions now. And due to that, I actually see those friends more frequently than I used to. So actually, the lack of school I now have actually is what allows me to see my friends more frequently, allows me to spend more time with them. So that argument kind of just completely falls flat for me. I just thought about how many people say it, and it's like, yeah, no, I kind of prefer it this way. because the way I am right now is kind of better than how I used to be, and I can spend more time with quite a few of my friends. Not all of them. The friends I had at school, like one of them, I don't see them as frequently anymore. But like even so, it's like I still feel kind of like I'm more able to do the things that I really feel passionate and passionate about and am happy with, which has enhanced what I feel like is my quality of life. So it just sometimes bothers me because I still see people say that to like other people who are like younger than me now. And it's like, I kind of just want to tell them, maybe not. You feel like your life sucks right now. And that honestly probably is true. I don't, like, I hate when people are like saying it like, oh, you think your life is hard right now? Wait until you're an adult. First and foremost, maybe their living situation is shit right now. And as soon as they're kind of able to make their own money, they can kind of get out of it. Maybe they, in fact, don't function as well around school as they do in like the workforce, or just like do prefer the fact that when you get into work, perhaps you can be a bit more, have a bit more autonomy, have a little bit of it more. Like, of course, there might be some reasons where it's like when you're an adult, it will get worse, but believe it or not, some people in fact do feel better after they have left school. Some people in fact do feel better as soon as they're capable of doing things outside of school. Like, it's not all that one image. I just keep hearing people be like, you'll miss being a child, and it's like, there are specific things that of course were better back then, but to be frank, I am much happier than I was now, and I mean, I'm not extremely that old yet, but I can say one thing. I prefer the time right now than certainly what used to be my primary school years. There are a lot of things in my past that I'm glad are completely over now. I'm happier right now than I were back then. It's like you can't decide that for someone else. You can tell it how it was for you. For example, I can say this right now, but there will still be people like those that are like, I liked my years back then. It's completely valid, but because we had different lives. Everyone has a different life, and for everyone, a different lifestyle, to which also accounts if you need to go to school or to work, and how it even works. Like, my school used to be at 7:30, and then at some point it was like 8 that it start. And there are a lot of things that play into it, and perhaps the other person will in fact just be happier when they don't go to school anymore. It just is like that. It's annoying because I was like back then, oh no, I'll become an adult and it's gonna suck even more. And it's like, you're not making everyone's lives better, and now I actually am better. And some of these things did change because I was able to. Because I'm not exactly in school anymore. Because there's also quite a difference to how people act in school and at work and stuff like that. And to some people, it's probably just more fitting with how their work is. It just comes to my mind every now and then because, like I said, people like to say this and that, and it's just like, you don't know that yet. You can say, this and that could be worse, but you, in the end, can't decide how, if the, like, chances are the person is still going to be better off, feeling better than they were back then. Of course, with our current economy, there are new issues coming here that I feel like would now add to people who are becoming adults now, versus like the way it happened with me. It wasn't as bothersome, I'd say. But still, there might still be people who can still be better off outside of school rather than at school still. Some things got worse, some things got better, and for me, the things that got better massively outweigh the things that got worse on a personal level. Maybe I should put some music on while I shower. They said listening to classical music makes you smarter. Plus, the silence is pretty dull. Well, I don't know if Mom's home right now, or if she's gonna come home in the middle of my shower. I'm sure she'd have lots of questions if she heard Bach. Bach. How do you say that in English? I forgot. I've heard it say Bach before, but it's like Bach. This is just perfect Bach in German. Belting out of the bathroom. I wonder what kind of music is popular nowadays. I mean, I guess I hear all kinds of pop and shit whenever I wander downtown, but it's not like it's all that distinctive. Not amid the bustle and the crowd, anyway. Would it be normal to listen to anime songs? I think so. I don't know if I think so. I mean, I don't know about actually, the culture in Japan might actually be even more welcome to that. Well, I honestly don't care all that much because I listen to anime songs. I don't care. Madoka Magica's second ending song. What was it called again? Magica, just simply? Every other night, baby. Well, there's no reason I should be caught up in what's normal anyway. That's a curse only borne by people surrounded by those who give a fuck. If I were to practice an instrument, I think I'd take up the violin. It's such a beautiful, singular sound. It can produce the most frantic screeches. I do like the violin. One of my friends plays violin and another plays piano. The one who plays piano has cosplayed as Monika before. Can I get the other? Can I make Mark's dream come true? The most wistful sighs, the most tear-jerking cries, and the most happy, bouncy laughter of mirth. All in a small package I could pick up and take wherever I go. Plus, it looks so cool on stage with one in my arms, with the camera angled upward, silhouetting me against the lights. This image exists only in the realm of fantasy, though. The cheapest violins still cost tens of thousands of yen, and even if I could afford it, it's not like I'd be any good. Still, if I were, maybe I could play a duet with Monika. And those are my shower thoughts for the day. And mine too, it seems. Ah, yes. I'll keep going and trying to go with like the happy expression. I'm wondering if positivity maybe makes the world a better place. I choose to believe it's the latter. Ah, because we didn't spend our money on the other thing.